Hi, uh, me and Gladys are here. Uh, it feels a little like too bright. Oh no, it feels like a little like too bright. Let me fix that and let Gladys do that. Okay, uh, I don't really have like a script because I don't do that. But I was just thinking a lot about um like the commodification of stuff that's cool. Which like obviously, but like I feel like um I don't necessarily have anything incredibly unique to say on the topic. Um but I don't know, like I just think that what's that called? Specifically for music, like the other day someone asked me like, Casper, how do you find like new music, or how do you find like all of these like artists? Um and like a lot of these people are like my friends. Like that's like the main way that I like find people is just by like talking to people online. Um and stuff, and that was like the best suggestion I could give is just like listen and follow the people that you like online, and like try to interact with them and have a relationship with the music you like. Um a similar thing can happen with like historical archiving. Like let's say you just start trying to find as many show posters, as you can find from some 90s band you like, or even one if it's obscure enough that you can't find them. And then from there, you see who they played with, you see what labels they were on, you do all of that. I think that's like a really good way to find stuff. Another thing is interacting with other users, just like reading YouTube comments. Like find someone who said something you agree with about music that you really like, and then see if they have playlists, if their following's public, that kind of thing. On Spotify, you can obviously do a similar thing. I think one of the best things about Spotify is there's so many cool like big playlists on there. So yeah, I guess like doing something like that would be really good. I guess just like opening your mind, just not being tied down to like what's being recommended to you by algorithms and stuff, and putting like a directly human touch on your music taste is really important. I feel like it's kind of similar to like the commodification of like secondhand clothing buying and like thrifting. Like now we have like non-boutique fashion that's being sold like boutique fashion on like Depop and stuff. And it takes away this kind of like joy that comes with like having gotten your clothes from your friends, like siblings or whatever. Like this is from my mom, just anything like, oh, when I got this at Goodwill it smelled really bad. Like anything about like a piece of clothing that like makes it exist in the world. It existed in the world, it reminds you that it existed in the world before you bought this shirt, and it will exist probably after, unless you fucking run through it. And it's just like the things that we consume, both with money and like with our time, should be like fun. Like you should be happy that you're doing that. um and I think it gets so easy for it to not be like that with also stuff like streaming services. Like when people had to, even pirating streaming, when people, I feel like a movie meant so much more when you had to have the 2 fucking gigabytes to download that shit. If you were like pirating, like I remember in high school I would pirate like a lot of my movies through downloading, and it was like a quest kind of the day to like figure out what I was gonna download to watch like that night. And I don't know, I feel like that really made watching movies just like more joyous and more fun for me in a way that what's it called, that I don't know if I would have had if I was just like watching things on Netflix. Um, I think I have some other notes, so I'm gonna pull them up. Yay. My phone is at 41% and it's 4:41. That's really beautiful and lovely. I am pulling up my little notes that I took, but I think that's kind of all I had to say on that. There was probably something else. Um, oh, yes. Um, Live shows on YouTube are something that means a lot to me, and that's another really good way to like find music. Just like literally any record that a band that doesn't exist anymore existed is really helpful and cool. Um Oh, and the last thing I wanted to say is I fucking hate Letterboxd. I think it like exemplifies everything that I have, every negative opinion I have about like consumption habits. Because it's like, should you watch things that aren't your cup of tea because it will broaden your horizons and make you a more interesting person? Yes. Should you deliberately be consuming and attempting to consume things you don't enjoy? No. And I think the letterbox leads people to be like, well, I wouldn't necessarily pick this movie, but I want to like watch more movies, so I'm just gonna like watch it. Like broadening your horizons does not mean you have to consume stuff within like a niche that you don't like. Like there is tons of stuff within the niche of movies that you like that you haven't seen and that is worthwhile. For example, like horror movies. Um there's a lot of like indigenous horror and stuff that a lot of people haven't seen that like is good and would tell you stories similarly to a lot of these movies that people are like you have to watch this, and you don't have to like stop watching horror movies, you don't have to stop enjoying the type of things you enjoy. um you can just look for movies that fit the stuff you want. That's fine. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to only want to consume stuff that you're actually going to like and enjoy. Um yeah, I don't know. Have fun. Don't take things too seriously. Also collect movies and DVDs. Make the things on the computer into the things in real life. Um Make friends. Stay safe. Me and Gladys love you.